Memorial Coliseum, where so many great events have unfolded over the years, and today this crowd is charged up for a big USC Trojans home game. We've been tracking this matchup for weeks, thinking about a possible top 5 collision. Both teams have done their part, and now here we are. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the second-ranked team, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field.
Away to start us off.
The kick mishandled. The ball is loose. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. He hands it off from the gun. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. And you think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
First down and 10 now. There's the handoff. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Man, this is exactly how you want to start an opening drive on the road for this offense. Really well-blocked play. Pick up some nice yardage. And if you're this offensive line, this is exactly what you talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front, especially early in this game. They give their running back plenty of room to rumble.
The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Snags the quick throw. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Field. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Second down play coming up. Now here's the toss play. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Anytime you like to run the toss play successfully, that means you're going to have to win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there. They got a nice game.
The Buckeyes will have first and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Great cut there. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Here's the handoff. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And tackled there by the defense. The Buckeyes will come to the line to run the hurry up. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Solid tackle, able to get him down. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, there's nothing more satisfying for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback that he can trust in these critical areas. Here you are, 3rd and goal. What do? Put the ball in the hands of that quarterback. Whether he runs it in or throws it, you know he's going to make the right decision. Found the matchup, made the throw, and you get a touchdown to open the game.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set up. It's a 1st down play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. The shotgun running play call. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Chris, that's a big 1st down, and what we could almost refer to as a drive that you're looking for an answer. Anytime your opponent drives the length of the field to open the game, puts a touchdown up on the board, it's important for the offense to counter that. And right now, they're off to a very good start on their own drive.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
But this guy did everything that he could to try to get to that 1st down marker. It looks like he's just going to be inches short, and it's decision time for the offensive coordinator and head coach.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. Handoff to the single back. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Linebackers making some adjustments now. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Boy, a thing of beauty, right, Chris? A USC running back picking up a first down on the ground, and they've got so many great backs, and probably as many as anybody when it comes to counting up individual stars. And we're going back to guys like Charles White and Marcus Allen, both won the Heisman Trophy.
And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. On the run here. Lets it go. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the first down marker.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
A completion sets up a second down play. They'll run it from the gun. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. He'll hand it off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. And the Trojans hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And they pick up the first on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Now, a 4th down.
Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. They need a yard here on 4th down to keep this drive alive.
Easy.
And the single back takes the handoff. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
Automatic on the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, the ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Getting set. Here's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Pulls it in. It's Moss. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's 4th down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. The offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Grab down the middle. It's Lane. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield. And the Trojans looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's running out of time here. That's caught. It's Lane. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. And the senior quarterback, lucky he didn't get picked off. Almost made a freshman mistake. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Receiver makes the grab. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Second down after that run on the previous play. Linebacker shifting around now. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off here. Football comes out. Now the defense has got it going the other way. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. The offense with some pre-snap motion. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. It's a shotgun run call. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Can he make it to the marker? They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And the Trojans lining up here on 1st and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Which offense can get it going first? This one has been a struggle so far. Toss play to the outside. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
It's a toss to the left side. Oh, look at the quick cut. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
Go at the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, they seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That puts them on top in the second half. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7.
That makes the score Ohio State 14, USC 7.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Set to kick off.
And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout.
Ohio State.
Okay,
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
unlock. Here we go.
It's a run to the left. He shreds the tackle. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Handoff in a single back formation. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. The eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do that.
Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And there's the handoff. Running through the tackle. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
In that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Ready.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Timber. Set. Ready.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? He's at the 50. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score. Ohio State 21, USC 7.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the USC offense back on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick six. Can they recover from that right now? And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Here comes a handoff. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
Everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And in first down, right back to the running game. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
They'll test the right side here. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
At the 47-yard line. Second down coming up.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Got it.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. There's a wide-open receiver, complete. An explosive play. They finally get him down, but the offense very near to the red zone.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. It's a nice conversion here on 3rd down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off of that nice play.
Caught over the middle. It's Jordan.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Tackle, but first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
The Trojans hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal.
Get set.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Offense facing 2nd and goal.
325.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, SC. So here we go. 4th quarter. They cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. It's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
The extra point is good. Down by a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Backed up 2nd and long at the 17. To throw, it's Sayin. Dumps it down to the back. Clock. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Plays we've had so far. 3rd down, and the to it. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Football knocked loose in the backfield. Looks like the defense has it. Oh, look at the big fella trying to get all the way home. Can he make it? Touchdown, Southern California on the scoop and score. Now they line up to kick the extra point. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Makes a quick grab. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. They'll hand it off. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Escapes the pocket. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. And a timeout is called. They'll talk it over, tied late here in the 4th quarter. The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Moss. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. They're in position now for a walk-off field goal, but you just got to be smart with the clock. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And a timeout taken by the offense with 19 seconds remaining.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
First and goal, clock winding down. A great chance for this offense to get a go-ahead score. Out of the shotgun, he will hand it off. And they've got him.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Now a timeout is called with just 10 seconds left to play. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. And this to almost certainly win the football game. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. But there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that's about. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. After the clutch kick to take the lead, now they'll kick it away. The offense still a chance to tie this game if they can drive the field quickly. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. They've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. And looking to throw now on first down. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Chris, this is it. Last shot here. Let's see if anybody can come up with a miracle play.
Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. Second down, we're going to throw it. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. A huge gain moves the ball to the +22. Great scoring position now. Well, you'll love to see a game come down to the final possession. Who's going to have the football last? And they were able to make plays and come out with a win.
Yeah, not only the final minutes, but the final drive. And that entire unit looked calm, cool, and collected. It was well called by their offensive coordinator, and this defense just couldn't stop them when they needed to.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.